What's good, guys? We're back at it again with another video. Just see from the title, today we have a Buzelis breakdown. Think I'm saying his last name right. Buzelis, one of those two. This is the current number 11 player in the class of 2023. 6'9", 6'10", small forward listed. He says he's also from Illinois. This is also a player, he's had a bit of a name, right? So he isn't one of those players that I haven't seen at all. Granted, I haven't seen like a full, YouTube mix, highlight tape. I haven't seen that, but what I have seen is Buzelis all over Instagram. I mean, I've seen, especially in these last couple months, 6'10" demigod does this, 6'10" does this, like next KD. Like I've seen him described as everything. I've seen him play a little bit, like I've said in a little clip. So I've seen he has the size, obviously, he can put it down a little bit. I've seen he can shoot. Seen he can jump a little bit, seen him catch a couple bodies, so I'm really excited. This is also a player whose name I've seen on the channel quite a bit. I'm not going to hold you guys up any longer. Matas.
At 6'10", Buzelis is extremely versatile with the ball in his hands, being able to put it down and finish with either hand around the rim. He can also knock down jumpers in a number of different ways, one of which is off the bounce. He doesn't need a lot of space to get a shot off because of his height, but he can create it anyway. Because he has a good feel of the game, it allows him to get easy buckets like this from time to time, great back cut, and he's also a decent athlete. He likes to operate in ball screens as well. He already doesn't need a lot of space, so if you go under. This is a player who, even at his size, has a level of quickness and burst to get by defenders and get to the rim. Even on these next two possessions, they ended in fouls, but watch how he utilizes his hezzy and burst to get by both bigs and guards equally alike. Matas's long arms allow him to get hands on errant passes, which allow him to get steals. Again, his fluidity with the ball in his hands allow him to score in transition with ease. There aren't many 6'10" basketball players able to create for themselves like this, handling intense guard pressure and still being able to finish in traffic. Even on this next possession, there aren't many players this size that have this fluidity, not to mention the body control it takes to finish in these situations. Don't forget, this is also a good shooter. If you leave him open, there's a good chance it's going down.
Okay, so Buzelis. This is like I've seen you guys comment, I've seen, everywhere. This is a 6'10" forward who can do a whole lot of different things on the floor. Like I said in the intro, I don't know how many more times I got to say it. Like these dudes that are supersized, that can do almost everything on the floor, they're coming more and more frequently. You're seeing they're even coming from overseas. Obviously Giannis, but they got this kid overseas named Victor. I'm looking to get his film. I'm looking for it. If anybody can tap me in. But they got this kid overseas that's 7'3", might be 7'5", named Victor, that's about to come over here and make some noise. But Matas at 6'9", 6'10", just his versatility is that's what's most coveted. Like he can do a whole lot of different things on the floor in these games. Kind of similar to, like I seen Kyle Filipowski do. Like you don't really expect players that size to be primary ball handlers. And kind of like Kyle, granted they are different positions, but still players at that height. I saw Matas in a lot of these games. It looked as though he was their primary ball handler. So I would see him bring the ball up the floor a majority of the time. You saw him in the breakdown. And once he brings it up and he gets in a pick and roll, he likes to operate all the pick and rolls. In fact, I was checking his stats. He's actually extremely efficient in those situations. He can score the ball in a number of different ways, right? Just talking about coming off that pick and roll. First of all, he likes to come off and explode towards the rim because he's so long. And he kind of has this, you wouldn't expect it, especially for a player at this size. He is skinny, but you wouldn't expect it. He gets by guards and bigs with this because of his handle. I wouldn't say his handle is crazy. Like he's not gonna, oh, I'm going this way, oh, I'm going this way, oh, I'm going this way. He's not gonna hit you with 4 or 5 combo moves. He has a solid handle though, and he can change directions on you. He can hit you with 1 or 2, oh, I'm gonna rip this way, oh no, I'm going back this way. But like I was saying, most of the time he doesn't even have to use that because he has this burst that you wouldn't expect. He gets by guards and bigs just by hezzying, and then all of a sudden he's by you. And like I showed you, he is a decent athlete. He can finish above the rim. I wish I could have found a stronger body. That was a body though. He can finish above the rim, and he can also finish right hand or left hand. Rarely do you see players of that size with that type of body control. You hear people say all the time, oh, if I was that high, I would do this, this, and that. I'd be in the league. Just because you're a certain height does not mean you're coordinated. You see how fluid he is with the ball in his hands. which allows him to attack the rim, which allows him to, somebody steps up, I can go like this and go around him. Even at that height, I have that body control to be able to do that. But like I was saying, with his fluidity, that allows him to get it off the glass and push in transition. And if you don't stop him in transition, he's so fluid, you know what I'm saying, he's so long, it's hard to stop him, because once he gets anywhere around the rim, he can just drop it in. But that's just him attacking the rim, right? What I think he likes to do a little bit more, and something that's probably going to become more of his calling card, this kid can shoot the ball. Like, this kid can shoot the ball off the catch, off the dribble, off the bounce. At 6'9", 6'10", he doesn't even need to create a lot of space to get a shot off. I showed it to you guys. He can create the space. Like I said, he isn't going to hit you with 20 moves, but he can create enough space just to get a shot off. Like, he doesn't really need it because he's 6'9", 6'10", but he can get it off in a number of different situations. He doesn't hesitate. If you give him space, time and space, he can and will knock it down, even with a contest from time to time. Defensively, because of his length, because he is a decent athlete, he can also block shots. His arms also allow him to get in passing lanes. He had at least 2 steals in a couple of games, you know what I'm saying, in this last session, just because of his arms. Errant passes, okay, I can get a tip here just because he's staying engaged. He's active on the defensive end. That allows him to get runouts, finish around the rim, finish above the rim. But just for Matas in general, I see why, you know, why everybody has him, why he is currently ranked the number 11 player in the class. Because like I said, you don't see many players 6'9", 6'10", able to put it down on the floor in the half court, able to put it down on the floor in the half court, come off pick and rolls, able to get rebounds, stay on the glass, but also get it off the glass and push in transition. This is also a player that you can throw it ahead to in transition. This is also a player who can knock down the open three, can knock down a contested three, can come off a pick and roll. Like I showed you, if the defender goes under, he can knock down that three. Even if the defender is there, he's 6'9", he can still knock it down. Like I said, he still gives you something on the defensive end in terms of blocks, tips, just because of his length, as long as he stays engaged. Again, he's still going to have to put like a little bit more, you know, size on, weight on, because I'm not sure if, you know, staying in front of threes, because they always say you can only play, the position you can play is a position you can guard. So I'm not sure, okay, what he's going to look like going against some, you know, extremely high level threes. At least now, especially at the next level, once he gets to college, we'll see what happens after that. But it'll probably be at the 4, mismatch 4, or 4 that can put it down on the ground, can also stretch you out the 3. And all of a sudden, once that 3 starts falling, especially in college, when you put him at the 4 in college, when you got somebody that size and he hits 2 threes, and you got a slow-footed big running out at him, all he do is pump fake and he's bombing, he's dunking on somebody. So this is where you see that development starting to come. But again, once he works on that handle a little bit more, starts to add a little bit more moves into his game, he can be primarily on the perimeter, especially at the highest level, which is I'm sure where he wants to go to. But again, like, I just can't wait to see what he does in the future. Great player, 2023 class. Like these, I said it in Darren's breakdown, like just the talent level. Like, even when you got the old heads in the NBA saying, "Oh yeah, y'all wouldn't be able to play with us." Y'all wouldn't be able to play with the players nowadays, because the skill level like that I've seen even over these last couple of years from my class and classes before me to now, creativity, skill level, it's crazy. It's something to behold. Like, share, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Appreciate you guys watching. Remember, if you want the one-on-one evaluations, the breakdowns that go on the channel like these, like this, hit my website in the description. Like I always say, appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you guys next time with the next video.